Welcome, everybody, to After the Game podcast here, Stream with Purpose podcast. Jeff Russell, your host here. It is Valentine's Day, 2026. Makeup Day. Makeup Day. We had our first makeup day, and wow, 3 games on the docket. 3 games. Where do we start? We start with Mike Good and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves lost both games. And I caught some of the second game. We're watching that right here. So they played here they're playing the Jazz. They got annihilated by the Trailblazers in game 1. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You got the big 3. You have Jackson Hackenberg, Jack Chafin, and you got Derek Sisset. Why do you have 1 win? I can't explain this. I don't understand it.
There's desserts downstairs.
I mean, I guess I overestimated the Timberwolves. I don't know. I didn't watch the game or games. 2 games. I mean, when you have that kind of talent on your team, there's no excuse to have 1 win going into week 6. I'm really puzzled. So, all right. And I know Coach Good is not happy. I can tell you that now. I wish I had an answer for him. But it's not Championship Saturday, and those are the types of teams that you don't want to take lightly. Don't come Championship Saturday, you see that they have 1 or 2 wins, and you saw what happened last year. Both teams were 0-4 who met in the finals. We say it over and over. All right, so let's just fast forward through this game here. Get to the end. I mean, I really didn't see this game. I wasn't there. And I want to thank Jose Gavilando for filming today. I'm going to miss him. He's going to be gone until Championship Saturday. Well, they made a game of it. It was 33-25. They put up a good fight here against the Jazz. So, I mean, let's watch a little of this. I just still can't believe their record. I can't believe when you have that kind of talent. You got Damian Stoltz, who's, I mean, last year's Boys 56 championship game MVP. I mean, I don't understand this. The big 3, I mean, there is no reason they shouldn't be dominating under the boards. You know, Sisset and Hackenberg, Chapin, I mean, and that's just the big 3. I mean, you got other players, too, that can help out on this team, but, I mean, they're the central focus. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's wow. So, anyway, Coach Good, I'm sure, not happy. All right, let's get on to the main game I want to talk about here. All right, so we get to the 3 o'clock game. For those of you who haven't seen it, please go watch it. This game is one of the greatest as far from a basketball fan perspective. There's so many different things that went on in this game. You know, if you are an Upward fan and, you know, watching basketball, there's so much that went into this. So many emotions. everything just went on in this game. It was very, very entertaining. So basically what happens in this game, the Jazz get down here. Let's fast forward a little bit. They get down 6-0 in this game. And the Celtics controlled the game. They were in control of this game. So we fifth. This whole game comes down to the fourth quarter, which was absolutely an unbelievable turn of events. So let's look. Scores 8-3. Then Jazz climb back 8-6. Now, David Noel gets hurt in this game. Dawson Fisher was, this is their second game in a row. You can see Noel and Fisher are not 100% the entire game. Fisher is holding his stomach. He's just, you can see a nice shot there by Spencer Schaller, 3-pointer. You can see that neither guy is 100%. And Coach Michelson told me that in the locker room, Dawson Fisher told the team, I will throw up if I have to for you guys. They're down going into halftime. And let me see what it was. It was pretty substantial. I know they were down like 17-8, 1 point. And that's amazing that Dawson Fisher, number 50 there in gold, he's going to shoot 2 here. What he did in this game was spectacular. There's just nothing short of spectacular. He did not have his best game as far as shooting. You could see he just missed the rim. He is exhausted. He is fatigued. He is sick. He is not himself. He is not 100%. That's what made this spectacular. This was sheer determination and will here. You talk about the strength of God and Christ and in a Christian sports league. This was Dawson, asking God for strength and getting it. To use his God-given abilities, because the Celtics are flying high. Look at this guy. It's 20-9. Connor Larson had a great first half. Great first half. I was really impressed. Now, I gave Dawson Fisher, Bill Heim, and Hoover players of the game here because you could see the game plan that Bill Heim and Hoover were to attack TJ Fox and give him a hard time, and they did a great job of that. They really did their job well. And the things that happened in this game, just there's so many different ways to, words to say what went on. So you're down at halftime. Dawson's sick to his stomach. The Celtics just look like they are for real at this point. They have me convinced, and I said that the Jazz are in serious jeopardy. Look at that. I think the rim is something wrong with that rim. I've seen that so many times down that end of the court. Not on this end. Down the other end is weird shots like that rattle and come out. I do not think I would love for somebody to level that and give it a level test, and they will see that is not level. And I would be hesitant to shoot 3-pointers on that end of the floor. Anyway, this was Dawson Fisher's day. This was his show. This was a young man who, playing ill and super fatigued, has you see a person's character come out. That's what's great about this game, basketball. You see the will. And don't let me take anything away from TJ Fox. He was spectacular. for 3/4 of this game. He was spectacular. TJ Fox showed so much. You know, when I talk about the regular season MVP, and if TJ and Dawson finish out week 6 and 7 like this, it's going to come down to the two of them for the regular season MVP. TJ was just flat out spectacular. But something takes place in this fourth quarter. So we're going to fast forward. And I mean, I can't put my finger on it. So we go ahead a little bit, 22-14. Let's see if Dawson, if we could just see his body language, how sick he is. Noel hurt. Fisher, not himself. And just to see the sheer desire and the competitiveness. Like I said, this is God-given ability. This is, you know, the strength of Christ in a person. To see this, what Dawson Fisher willed a win. I mean, he literally willed a win. And when you come out of your shell, and to me, Dawson, he's never done this in this league. He's been good. We've talked about this before. He's been good, but this is a player taking over a game, you know, and being a leader on that floor and everybody following his lead. And him and David Noel, sensational duo. Wow. I mean, this was, for the Celtics to lose as bad as they did in this game was mind-blowing. When you got a guy like TJ Fox, and I know TJ, I know this really, really upset him. Talking to Coach Doherty, the team was dejected, demoralized. Kids were crying. There were tears. The coach himself was emotional. He told me he's emotional. Because this hurt on so many levels. When you're playing the best team who's undefeated and you're handling them, I mean, this looks like it's over. And for you to get just killed in the fourth quarter, and it's just unbelievable that you're losing by 10, and next thing you know, the Jazz are up by 13. When you got a guy like TJ Fox on that floor, it hurts. You know, I can feel the pain. I can feel the emotions coming off of the Celtics. You could see at the end of I mean, they gave up. They just, I don't know if they lost hope. And to me, it's close to this point in the game. It may even be this play. No. So I think when it's 24-17, I want you guys to see this play. When it was 24-17, I think was the turning point of the game. That Dawson Fisher gets fouled, hits a basket, and brings the team to within 5 with a chance to go to 4. To me, is the turning point. Every team needs that spark to ignite a comeback. And you're going to see it happen. Beautiful basket there. Boy, David, sensational player. And David had a great game, don't get me wrong, but he was hurt. Not himself. Definitely not himself. And even when he's not himself, he's great. Just a great player. David, can't say enough great things about David's play. It's why this team's undefeated. Yeah. When you have two guys like Noel and Fisher on it, it's going to be hard to beat them. It's going to be hard. All right, so 24-17. And I think the next basket is the one that is the turning point. Because, you know, you're the Celtics. You see your lead slip away. And TJ, you know, you're fighting your life, your heart, everything you got. And with Dawson Fisher, look, he chases that ball down, first of all. This is just sheer. This is a guy that's fatigued, folks, and he's ill. And, you know, what Dawson Fisher does in this game is just absolutely so entertaining. And it was great to watch. As a fan, if you're a fan of good basketball, watch this game, because you're going to see everything in this game at this level. And, you know, can't say enough great things. I'm very impressed with Coach Michelson. Coach Michelson, you know, when you're down as much as they were down, and they had a horrible first half. Everything, you watch this game, everything's going wrong. And you can see the body language. Boy, I love the body language of people. And Coach Michelson never let his team think that he was giving up. He was in this game the whole time. And Dawson, he said, went into the locker room and told everybody, you know, if I have to, there it is, right there. Fouled, counts, chance for the three-point play. To me, this was it. This was the turning point of the game, that basket by Dawson. And I think he misses this, but this is where things change. You can see body language, momentum. And Dawson said, we are not losing this game. He goes into the locker room. And he said, if I have to throw up, I'll throw up for you guys. You know, this is just so entertaining, guys, to watch the performance Dawson Fisher. I'm never going to forget this game. This is going to go down as one of the great performances of a team, of a coach, of a player, players. It wasn't just Dawson. Like I said, I gave Hoover and Bill Heim players of the game. They both stepped up. They play. And look at Vinny. Everybody pitched in. Dietz had his plays. Yeah, this was a team effort here. And it was a great one. Really was. This was so enjoyable here. So we'll fast forward a little bit. (29-24). Now we talk about the rest of the league. And it's going to be an amazing championship Saturday. You have the Trailblazers. You have the Sixers, the Celtics, the Jazz. I mean, I'm going to leave the Timberwolves out right now. Even though they have the big three, the team is in shambles. But, you know, this is really a terrific league. And I think a lot of this comes down to evals. It comes down to what we did in the eval process, letting coaches see the players on film, getting to study the film, making educated selections, not just grabbing guys off the wall who you have no idea. We did rankings. We get to combine Darren's rankings with my rankings and the film and the video, which was fantastic. And I think that's why this league is so strong right now. But, yeah, I mean, look, the Bulls, I mean, you can't even count the Thunder out. Now, it's pretty much a one-man team. Jude Lapp on that team. But there's other good players Jude plays with, Musser, some others. You can't count the Thunder out. But this league is just wide open at this point. And that's what's going to make Championship Saturday so amazing. So the Celtics lose this game. Now, I know my assistant here who's keeping score. He gets the score backwards, by the way. He starts giving all the Jazz points to the Celtics, but I don't think yet. This is the right score right now. And Jaden Pizarro, what a player he's become. Stepping up. Carter Wilson had the first basket of the game. And here you go. Here's where the comeback happens. It's painful for me to watch, to see, as hard as the Celtics worked, sustaining a lead the whole first half. It's really, look at this, turnovers. I mean, the wheels are falling off right before our eyes. The momentum switches. And when they tie this game, it's good night. It's good night. Mentally. And you just see it's all body language. Look at this. This is a Celtic team giving up. And Coach Doherty tries to take timeouts. There he goes. Tied at 31. Look, that's a great timeout right there. But unfortunately, the team has given up. And I wanted to stay. I didn't want to go to commercial. I wanted to take a look and see just the body language of the coaches talking to the players. I think we get a shot of that coming up. 4:42, 31 all. I mean, at this point, the Celtics are demoralized. All that hard work, that big lead, 17-8, 22-9. I think it was at least 20-9. And when you just watch another team come back, it's done. It's over. The momentum is too much. And everything's changing. Look at the Jazz are playing. Dawson is playing so hard, as ill as he was. He's playing nauseous. 2 games in a row, and I think he had a G220 tryout, I believe. Before that, there's travel, and you can just see. It's very painful to watch. To watch the wheels just fall off. I don't know if Coach Doherty could get the Celtics to rebound from this. I really don't know. I don't know. Can the Celtics rebound? There's 2 weeks left before Championship Saturday. Look at this. I mean, it gets worse. It just goes from bad to worse. I just feel bad. I feel bad for the Celtics. I feel bad for TJ. As hard as he played. They all did. They all played their hearts out. Connor's playing in front of his mom and dad. People from New York watching, going to watch the game. And it's embarrassing. But momentum has a lot to do with this sport, folks. This wasn't a talent thing. This was a momentum thing. They need to clean this up. They're going to clean this up before Championship Saturday. You got some hungry teams out there. The Trailblazers are no joke. They are no joke. They are a strong team. The Sixers, there's another team. The Sixers are going to be tested next week. They're going to have to play the Jazz. And that is going to be really interesting to see how Chase Gwaltney deals with 2, not 1, 2. You have Noel and Fisher, and that's what makes this team so good. You got 2. I mean, look at this. It's just a wheel. This is embarrassing. backcourt pass. TJ's just, look at the heads hanging down. The coach doesn't know what to do or say. What do you say? I don't know what you say. And then look at Coach Michelson on his feet. Never let his team think that he was giving up on them. Never quit. He told me he went into the locker room and he told them, never quit. We're not quitting. And when you could get your players to believe that, this is the result. This is the result. So next week is going to be fabulous to watch the Sixers take on the Jazz. Let's take a look at next week. All right, so I'm not done editing here. 8 o'clock, we're going to have the Thunder kicking off with Mike Good. The Timberwolves need a win. They need a win. There you have the big game here. So at 9 o'clock, Chick Coles and the Sixers. Gwaltney is going to be tested. He is going to be tested. The Sixers are going to be. This is going to let me know where the Sixers stand, because I'm confused about them. I'm confused. I believe they started off 1-2, but I know Chase missed a game. This was a weird season with the weather and the snow and the cancellations and the garden spot makeup game. And this was a weird season. Bye week. We never had any of this stuff before. We never had games canceled in the middle of the day. So this is going to be your big test, Chick Coles, at 9 o'clock. All right, so now the Celtics, it doesn't get any easier, does it? Now you got to take on the Trailblazers, who are red hot. So Coach Doherty, if you put up a good fight against the Trailblazers, maybe your team could be saved. I don't know. And then we got Coach Tyson. So we're sticking with the boys 7-9 in this podcast. This was just about the Valentine's Day. And yeah, we can't forget about the Heat. I haven't talked about the Heat. Jake Harding. Jake had a bad last game. It's going to be interesting, folks. So stay tuned for next week. And we'll find out a lot more about who everybody is. Thank you for watching Stream with Purpose podcast.